is all of MSC.
Yeah, but
She's
that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
The group stage is 38%, and actually I think the Kimi is a little bit overrated here, same as Zetian. I think these two heroes maybe will disappear in some time, but here is a good pick because they banned Baxia, and it's also a decision making.
So right now I gotta ask you here, Destroyer, this Amon ban, what do you think about that?
I think it's a target ban, definitely, because they already showed Aurora knows how to play. Tinzi actually performed well with this hero. But I think it's also an opportunity for the Team Liquid to remove the additional damage dealers, because Aurora right now, they need damage.
Then the kind of damage that they need exactly is physical. But luckily, they still don't have a jungler, and they still don't have a sure gold laner. Irithel is still out in the wild. Granger is also still out in the wild. So there's many choices left for Aurora. I think Liquid are just kind of cordoning off the heroes that they're afraid of. There's the Hayabusa.
Yeah, honestly, Hayabusa getting bad, good bad. We haven't seen a lot, but we know it's still very strong. Other assassins, we're still looking at something like the Joy, which is still getting picked up here and there. My real question right now is coming in from Tlhp. I wonder what Oheb will pick up, because I look at the very good early to mid, but just to be safe, I kind of feel like you want to make sure some kind of late game scaling is still there.
I think first priority for Team Liquid to ban enemy assassins is super good, and there are not much heroes left actually. If we speak about more utility, I don't think that they're gonna pick Fredrin. I still think that they need the damage.
So Aurora is saving TNZ's pick, an assassin here. What could that be? Liquid picks up the CC. Very solid performance so far. They're used to banning it, so they understand the power of this pick. Now, what does Oheb play? You have Granger, Irithel, Harith. He does well with the Harith. Oddly enough, he's one of the few people in all of the post 1.9.90 hotfix meta to do well with the Harith.
Actually, Harith got a pretty high win rate, but not that much picks, but I think that would be much better if they took the Granger.
Yeah, no, Harith sucks right now because of the Phoveus. And you're overloaded with your Purify because of the
Granger.
Kalia. So yep, they'd rather do this, infinite scaling. Now what does TNZ play?
Honestly, at this point, I might even consider that utility. Even though, yes, I agree they do need damage, but when you have a Kimi, you kind of want someone to just stay in the front line, and Kalia is not really a frontline hero.
Yes, but you got Phoveus. You got Phoveus, you got an amazing front lane, a lot of dashes from the left side, and you understand that you can sustain in the fight. Also, you need to burst damage right now, right here. You want to take the Lancelot, for example, at the first target and just remove him. And then fight 5 versus 4.
Mind you, TNZ has already played the likes of a Gushan jungle, a Guinevere jungle.
Why do we Guinevere right here?
I
it's
think
a
I
good
like it.
chain control.
It's got to be utility Gwynny though.
Yes.
It's not damage Gwyn. Liquid kind of locked out that Fredrin because of the CC. Instead it's a Joy, so still damage, still assassin.
I mean, like, they need a way to deal with the Jushin as well as the Granger, so really understand the picks here. Destroyer, what are your thoughts on these both picks?
If I don't look at the nicknames and just decide about the picks, I still would stay with the Team Liquid because of the combination with CC and Gatot. The curtain call makes it.
If that Joy was only a Fredrin, I think it would have been a better double marksman lineup, but no, they couldn't Fredrin anymore because of the aforementioned CC, so I'm all in Liquid too.
All right, thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you very much to our analyst, Destroyer, as well as Leo. This is going to be the first game of the day, and with that, I'm going to be throwing it over to our casters.
Thank you for the throw, and thank you for the opportunity. Joined here on the desk, this is Trex and Mirko, and we're jumping in to not only the first game of the Knockout Series, but the 500th game of MSC. This is Aurora going up against Team Liquid. How you feeling, Mirko?
Hey, feeling great here, Trex. Again, getting to cast with you. It's been a while since we've casted together. It's great that we get a chance to, again, cast the 500th game at MSC all the way from the start in 2017. Early aggression. It's going to be a shot down, first blood to Rosa.
Already 30 seconds in, 40 seconds in. And we were already talking about the mid lane clash. JP taking a bit of damage, should be okay, but the mid lane clash is already there right now.
really comes down to the mid-prio, dude. Like, when you have Kimmy, when you pick up Kimmy, it's already kind of guaranteed mid-prio. You add in the Kalea, that KK combo is a bit too much to handle, especially considering Liquid don't really have the best of clears and trades early on with the Juicin and Gatot. They kind of have to just play for the turtles, neutral objectives, play with that utility later on to set up with the carries in XP and Carl in the jungle.
Yeah, I mean, taking a look at the mid from Aurora Gaming with these emblems, we've got Wilderness Blessing, we've got Speed, I mean, Quantum Charges around the map. They want to move fast, and we're already seeing the aggression come off early. And against a team like Team Liquid that likes to get aggressive as well, this is something, personally, I didn't really expect.
You can really see the respect, though, given over to Aurora. They know, Team Liquid, that they're going to be in a tough spot here without mid-prio. Firmness, tenacity over, the double tenacity, the Brave Smite 2, just all around sustain. And for Aurora, they really want to lean into that power. Sigibu in the bottom lane to be caught, has a flicker, gets away, but gets taken out by Tlhp.
Very well done by Tlhp, securing a kill early on the Lancelot's going to be huge. Aurora, though, still trying to, I mean, it seems like Aurora, on the other hand, sticking together, looking for this turtle play.
They have to go for a trade on the other side of the map, you know. They just lost their gold lane. Luckily for them, it is weak side. Tianzi might have to use a Retribution here. JP's walking up. It'll be the Retribution straight into the engage. No electrifying beats, full stack. Tlhp on the other side, picking up the purple buff as he runs back. But Tianzi stayed a bit too long, gets caught by Sanji.
That's huge. That Team Liquid still up on gold. They lose the turtle, but they gain so much more earlier. They get the kill into the gold lane, now killing the jungler. Two heroes that you don't want to lose this early on for Aurora Gaming. Team Liquid taking a more divided approach to these fights, not wanting the big grouped up fights because it seems like Aurora kind of wins out in that a bit. But as long as they can single people out, they're winning.
And you can see the instant punish, the capitalization right off the kill over to Tianzi. A green camp taken, the purple buff earlier traded for the turtle. It's immense value for the Lancelot in the jungle. Carl hasn't even taken his own orange. He might just be 2 levels ahead despite losing out on turtle.
I mean, he gets the kill, doesn't need turtle. Who needs it when you're farming elsewhere on the map right now? Aurora Gaming, though, I think after losing Tianzi, all right, maybe we do need to slow it down a bit, but still, Rosa, I mean, just so aggressive, and this is what you get with the Kimmy. You get the ability to kite, you get the ability to constantly just stiff arm your enemies away, but watch out for Sanji, should be okay. Things back to a stalemate. Where do we go from here? Do we think it kind of hits the brakes a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. Like, Aurora were really trying to push in the pace early on with their mid-prio, but unfortunately they just don't have the winning lanes, right? Maybe up top for Turtle 1. Turtle 2 onwards, though, it's going to be tough as the CC continues to scale up. The Moskov is more of like a dead lane. At least that's what you want as Moskov. You don't want to trade in for the most part. What you want is just to farm up, to wait for those 3-item power spikes, and to just play safe weak side. Good taunt over. Rosa gets away.
I mean, that comes in for a bit of Aurora Gaming here, right? Even the Joy, who has an okay early game still. Once you get Holy Crystal and you're really outputting. Yep. Once you have Kimmy, a couple items and you're really outputting. And I mean, overall, Aurora Gaming, a high damage team on their side. I'm not trying to say that Team Liquid isn't the same. Lunar, though, in a little bit of trouble.
It's a Dark Wave on 2. Has Imperial Pursuit. Will be able to go for it now with the sustain as well. Apex 47 rotates over Tianzi. Fully stacked up with electrifying beats now. AOG, Lunar flickering out of safety. JP looking for the taunt, unable to get it. Tianzi still able to escape as Apex 47 goes with the passive in back and forth, still saving the Tsunami Slam.
The damage from Rosa is already chunking away at some of the squishies, but coming up on the turtle.
Lunar with a jump now. Oh, he's going to be caught. Great Phantom execution and a liftoff from Sanji to get the kill. No Lunar. Apex hovering around. Rosa caught in the bad spot. Has to flicker, but Sanji walks up the Crimson Beacon, forcing the flicker out, and it will be free for TL.
All right, so turtle for turtle. 3-1 in terms of kill. Team Liquid definitely starting to hit their spike, hit their groove. It took a second for them to warm up. But at this point, Aurora Gaming having a little bit of trouble. Lunar taking that kill, EXP lane. We're going to see Sanford start to pop off a bit more, rotate around this map. And this is where Team Liquid wants to be overall.
Yeah, Tsunami Slam going to be locked in there. Sanji still able to survive. Apex 47 caught, has to flicker. Back is Tianzi. Utilizes the electrifying beats defensively. TL, the one capitalizing off of a proactive play from Aurora.
Yeah, I mean, Apex 47 is the one that goes for that pick. But I just don't think this is the time for them to maybe do that, especially when Team Liquid is as grouped up as they are down in the bot there. Aurora Gaming needs a bit more time. You mentioned it earlier, the Moskov needs to get a couple more items in. But Team Liquid, I think, smells that. They know the blood's in the water, and now they're going to start pushing the envelope a bit.
Just the whole team in general, I feel, right? The Joy, Kimmy, and Moskov, all of them want to wait for the power spikes. Apex lifted up to the air, into the shots there. Sanford just holding him down. Oheb gets a kill. Now JP caught in the back spot. Dive in the back. Rosa able to escape. Sanford will get taken down. A trade in the end, but Sanji is on a killing spree.
Yeah, a beautiful trade, especially the fact that the kill goes into Sanji's hands. Sanji's just looking clean. The tower falls as well at this point. Team Liquid just steamrolling right now. It's 3.3k gold lead. It's raising about 1,000 every second. Carl Teasy versus TNZ.
Carl won't go for it. He already used the Phantom Execution earlier, and Aurora will have to start unleashing for Tienzi. He's fallen quite behind now, 2 levels down. Great reaction from Sanji. Crimson Beacon to evade from a possible Tsunami Slam pickoff.
Not only that, but taking a look at the deaths on the side of Aurora Gaming, everybody's got one, which is good for Team Liquid. Everybody's taken a small piece. They've lost a chunk of gold, even on the side of Siggy Boom, who sometimes you don't want your gold laner to die too early. A little bit of damage on a Tianzi. Should be able to get away from there. Here comes Apex, though.
Yeah, it's just going to be tough here to really look for any initiation.
Should they even be looking for initiation, though, right now? I feel like, yes, kind of play the stiff arm game, kite away, but let Team Liquid come to you at this point and look for counterplay.
Yeah, purple buff stolen. AOG, Apex the flicker out, but actually still gets caught with AOG. Tsunami Slam bring in JP in the turret range, but he still has Revitalize, and Lunar will fall. Carl in the back with a puncture, dives in all the way. Rosa kiting out, gets out, but Oheb walks in, forces the flicker, shoots to death Sonata. Moscow on the other side, though. At least Siggy Boom gets a tier. Not even.
He could have. He could have got that. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll leave that up to him. Oheb, though, right now, 3-0-2. I don't think he has missed a single shot. Rosa shredded down. Team Liquid, the stampede is here.
It truly is a stampede for Game 2. Total of 2 stacks for Oheb on the Sky Piercer with a Malefic Roar, 3rd item. Brother Man has a leather jerkin just for respect too, you know? It's kind of like, yo, I'm ahead, but I know what y'all can do in the late game.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a little bit of respect, but I mean, as long as they keep up this pace, we're only at 8 minutes right now. We're down to inhibitors. First Lord hasn't even popped up at this point. Team Liquid is relentless. We're talking this could easily be a 10, 11k gold lead by minute 10 here. Taking a look at the items, let's look at this gold lane. Oheb versus Siggy Boom. The deficit is incredible. We're looking at about 2,000 gold lead into the hands of Oheb. The stacks are coming in. He hasn't missed any shots at all. The Filipino sniper is on fire.
You know when the goal difference is this massive, it's just really tough. Curtain call with the AOG combo, just trying to go for a cheeky pickoff. Holy Shield in the mid lane taken down already. So they are properly set up for a Lord take into a siege. And it does feel like, I gotta agree with you, you know, the question that you asked earlier. Do Aurora even need to be fighting right now? I think the answer is no. They've put themselves in an even tougher position.
Yeah, and I feel like Apex 47 kind of the cause of that a few times, like coming in, looking for those pickoffs. I'm sure, I mean, either way.
a few times
yeah, Tianzi as well. I mean, the team just, there's a point where, yeah, in the very beginning, you got that early kill onto Sanji, right? Good applaud, that's well done. You had a great start. But from there on, once Team Liquid starts to group up, you got to start to back off a bit. Once, because Oheb hits the power spike far before Siggy Boom. He's going to be able to land some of that damage. Sanji as well. JP gets one big pick off. Carl Teasy started getting kills onto Siggy Boom within the first few minutes. Aurora Gaming, I think if they took this a bit slower in the beginning, it'd be a much different game. And now they're at a point where we're hanging on a thread.
They tried to play the pace of TL, and they ended up getting stampeded by the boys. Sanji is lighting up a light there on top of Lunar. No punish available. Has to Purify. And actually gets caught in traction pull. Sanji way too aggressive. Electrify beats it to bait. Tianzi gets shot in it. Now it's a Tsunami Slam with a Carl, but the AOG follows through. A good Thorn rolls over. Now it's a chase from Lunar. Jumping on a Carl Teasy, but he's still able to escape as Lunar flickers the wrong way. Trying to go for the chase. Tried to read into the Ghost movement, but gets punished by Oheb.
10k gold lead by 10 minutes. Lord coming down. Only no Holy Shields left standing.
Phantom execution forward. Sanford just playing with the yo-yos, forcing out the blade. Gets shot down by the Filipino sniper. Oheb picks up a kill from downtown. Now the mid lane, they're going to go for it again. Tianzi stacking it up. Sanford able to dodge away from the traction pulse. And when doing so, Rosa gunned down again by Oheb.
With the sidestep shot. Oheb on fire, Sanji on fire, Carl Teasy dancing in the base right now.
My goodness gracious, this has been a stompy stomp. Another wave to play with the mid lane. Detonata not landing. Apex gets to base in time, but it really just feels like it's inevitable at this point. Another base turret falls and Aurora are just being suffocated in their own base.
Carl Teasy just picked up the Malefic Roar just to rub some more salt into the wound right now. Picks it up before the side of Aurora can even really get any defensive items in. Taking a look at some of those items, I mean, look, barely any physical defense. All we have is the Dreadnought armors, not even full antique cuirass on the side of Aurora Gaming. It is a problem for Aurora.
It's a big problem because now we see the Dreadnought armor, now we see the anti-cuirass built up by Lunar, but it's too late. There's already endless battles on the other side, Malefic Roars, Hunter Strikes. Oheb's practically dealing true damage at this point.
He's been dealing true damage the whole time. The guy's a monster. I mean, and this is one of the things you have to worry about with the Granger. Even though a lot of people, I think, felt like it fell off in the meta a bit, I still think it's very good, and in the right hands, it scales exponentially.
Rosa? Oh, able to escape now, but Sanford pops in the curtain call. That's going to be traction plus with AOG! Locks Rosa down. Oheb is legendary. Throwing Rosa in the back. That's going to be a two-man stun with the Spirit of Misery, but Apex 47 flickers out of safety still. Going to get taken down by the GOAT. Carl Teasy with a double. Tienzi falling to Oheb. 4 members down. Only Lunar left to defend. Game 1 seems like it's over. A dive into the base. A double again for Oheb. And it's GG for Game 1.